Good morning, Sault Ste. Marie, Chippewa, and Algoma. Thank you for joining us today. It's Wednesday, November the 13th, which makes it Remembrance Day.
11th.
It is the 11th.
Yes.
What?
You said 13th.
Oh, sorry.
No, but Friday is the 13th.
Friday the 13th,
Friday
yes, sorry. We were talking about that just before we started,
Yes.
so.
Yes.
November the 11th, yes, Remembrance Day. So we do have some coverage of Remembrance Day today as well. So make sure you come back. We'll be going live around 10:45 this morning. We'll be covering the ceremony here in town, which is obviously they're asking people not to go in person. So we'll be broadcasting the whole thing from beginning to end, so make sure you come back for that. We'll have a bit more in just a sec on some of the other things that are going on with Remembrance Day across the country. And it is the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II today.
Wow,
75 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's less and less veterans around as
Yes.
time goes on, right?
Yeah.
Especially World War One.
In World War I, you'd be 102.
Few. Yeah,
And that would be if you were born in the year of that it ended.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, you have to be 18 to get into the military. I know some people lied. I know my grandfather got in at 17 and they weren't really checking IDs too well because they needed people at the time. But if you think about it, 75 years plus 18,
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're talking about someone who is literally in their mid-90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be, and that's
And how many people actually live that long?
well, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So there's less and less of them around.
Yeah. I mean, life
Era.
expectancy in this country is 78 years.
Right.
So
Which
the
is-
average
which
person
just went up,
yeah,
but,
which is up from
you know.
before. But I mean, that would mean that the average person who was around in World War II would actually have been 3 years old when it finished.
Right.
Yeah, which is, and then if you go back to the fact that it started in 1939, I mean, now you're talking, you'd be over 100 years old if you fought in 1939.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
okay. Doug Ford, as far as we know today, does not have an announcement. If he does, we will be on to carry that. He's obviously partaking in a lot of ceremonies today with regards to Remembrance Day. Same with Justin Trudeau. But as far as Remembrance Days goes across the country, everywhere they're asking people not to come to the actual ceremony. Almost in every single city, you'll be able to watch Remembrance Day on television. It'll still be the same format, so you'll have the singing of In Flanders Fields, for example, and there'll be flybys of military aircrafts in some of the cities and so on. So it'll be the same as what you would normally see, but socially distanced and no crowds, basically. Right. And part of the ceremony today, local businesses can purchase a wreath, which goes into the Poppy Fund for the Royal Legion.
Okay.
And you'll see that today, because normally a business goes up and puts the wreath up themselves with a veteran and so on. Today they'll be put up, but unfortunately the businesses won't be there. It'll just be like, this business bought this wreath to put money towards the Poppy Fund.
So it's a little bit different.
Yes. And we'll have, actually on our website in the next few days, we will have a list of all of the businesses that bought wreaths this year for our local Legion here in Sault Ste. Marie. So,
Yeah.
So make sure you come back at 10:45 this morning for our Remembrance Day coverage.
Right.
Alrighty.
Yes. Okay.
Last night.
Yeah. So Dan Gray was on the move again, chasing some fires. Crews attended a small fire on the corner of Gooley Avenue and 4th Line West. There was a report of smoke near that intersection, so upon arrival, crews from the Pumper 2 used a hand extinguisher to put out a small fire in the wooded area in the northeast corner. So it was raining too, which obviously
That
helps.
helps.
Cause and damage estimates were not available at the time of publishing. Crews were on scene for approximately 20 minutes dealing with the situation. So yeah, if you only used a fire extinguisher, it was probably minor.
Yeah, it was about, the fire department said it was about the same size as the fire that was out near the gun club the other day.
Yeah,
Yeah, very simple to put out.
Well, it's strange to have these couple of these little fires like that. But
Yeah, just randomly coming up, but
yeah.
at least they're getting them before they get there fast enough to put them out with a fire extinguisher, not have to use an actual
not
fire
have to use
hose.
you get a whole cavalry
Yeah,
in there. Right?
yeah. But I mean, let's face it, you can drive across Sault Ste. Marie in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's easy
That's
for
why
the fire.
Dan gets there so quick.
That's why Dan gets there so quick.
You know?
Yeah. It's like
he's
he's
right
on
there.
the scanner and he's there.
He's there before them.
Yeah.
So
He beat the fires. They beat them to a fire the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, our own reporter beat the fire trucks there. He's the new 911 in Sault Ste. Marie for fires.
Yeah, good job, Dave.
Yeah. We had one new case of COVID-19 announced late yesterday here in the Algoma district. This case is from close contact with someone else who has COVID-19. Contact tracing has been done, so if you haven't been notified so far, you have not been around this individual. They're self-isolating at home. And as far as we know right now, we have no cases of COVID-19 in Sault Area Hospital.
Right.
They did tell us when they did have one a while ago, but as far as we know right now, all of the cases that we have active are not in the hospital. So that's good news.
That's good news, and we'll switch over to the Michigan side. We've got some updated numbers over there as of November 10th. Testing results from November 7th through the 10th, 24 new confirmed cases, 81 new probable cases, and 3 new recovered cases. So that means the total case count is now 404 combined confirmed probable cases, 94 have recovered, leaving 310 cases active. CCHD reminds the community to practice social distancing, wash their hands frequently, and wear your masks when possible.
Yes. Yeah, they're having a bit of an outbreak on the other side. There's a couple things connected to a couple bars and stuff like that where they've had like little hot spots that have now.
And here we had that influx, which seems to be connected to one group.
The one that we had like 8 in one day, and it was all. I mean, off the record, we're not entirely sure, but
that's right.
They were basically saying it was a family.
And
from that,
and there's a lot of quick testing now. I noticed.
Yeah, that's the other thing too.
Right away.
We're getting the results pretty fast here, because it normally takes several days when it goes to like with the backlog. But we're getting really fast results here. So our local, wherever they're doing the actual processing of the COVID-19 test, it's getting through very quick. So
it is, which helps. Okay.
Especially with trying to do contact tracing and controlling it too.
Yes, exactly. So it is the 45th anniversary of the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald. The ship was carrying iron ore to Detroit on November 10th, 1975 when a storm hit, sinking it to the bottom of Lake Superior near the Twin Sault Ste. Marie's, killing all 29 crewmen. A church in Detroit commemorated the event via live stream service. The memorial service at Mariners Church rang its Brotherhood bell 29 times for each of the crewmen. The annual service normally attracts many visitors, but social distancing requirements due to COVID-19 means not as many people can attend in person. The ship does remain 160 meters beneath the surface of Lake Superior, was immortalized in the Gordon Lightfoot ballad, The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And that, yes, is a very famous song.
Yes. And for those of you just joining us on Facebook, we apologize for the technical difficulties we were having this morning there.
I noticed it wasn't live right away.
Yeah, so we are live there now. You can see us. So I apologize for that. Speaking on the American side again, Lake Superior State University had some water issues, some infrastructure issues in their water system. So now they're going to have to, for the final 2 weeks of this semester, they're going to go virtual. There was 2 different issues. One was in an academic building, Crawford Hall, and one was in a residence building, Osborne Hall. Osborne Hall doesn't have anything but cold water right now. Which obviously it's hard to wash your hands with warm water if there's there's literally no hot water in the building. So the classes have gone virtual for the final 2 weeks. The kids who are in Osborne Hall have been moved to other residence halls for the time being, and they're not sure how long it's going to take to fix particularly the one residence, so they might be starting their next semester virtual as well.
Well, that's kind of important. You need the hot waters.
And this is also lining up at the same time as a big outbreak on Chippewa side, so it's probably better people aren't circulating around on campus with the amount of cases they've announced in just the last few days in Chippewa County.
Yeah, so, exactly. There has been a spike. So, 5-year-old Chloe Murphy loves boxing, dancing, Barbies, and almost everything else kids her age do. Unlike them, she has a special spot in her heart for veterans. Out of the blue, one day she was painted a picture of 3 poppies when she was 3. Her father, Dave Murphy, started Tim Hortons for the troops 13 years ago and has done many different things in support of active duty and veteran soldiers. From helping with the sacrifice medal to tickets for KISS concerts for troops, Dave has done more than his fair share. His daughter doesn't fall far from the tree. So Chloe shied away from the camera when asked about her painting. She acknowledged she liked drawing it. I asked her why it was important for her kids to remember soldiers. They fought for us, said Chloe. They died to keep us free. And of course, this was Dan Gray. I'm reading it as if Dan was talking to Chloe. So if you want to read more on that, you can go to SiouxOnline.com and read the full story there, because it's a bit lengthy.
Yeah, and, we have a bunch of remember stories going up today.
There
Some
is
poetry from a veteran as well. Just quickly, there was supposed to be a flu clinic at GFL Gardens Friday and Saturday, and you're able to sign up Tuesday and Wednesday nights by calling the Algoma, Ontario Health Team. They're actually out of flu shots, so that will not be taking place this Friday, so you don't need to call today to book a spot. And when they get more shots, they will be able they'll open back up and start doing the flu shots again at GFL Gardens. However, they are presently out of shots, and we also, the other day, Rexall ran out of flu shots as well. So right now there's no way to get a flu shot in Algoma District presently, but they're trying to get more. So what's going on in the weather?
Yes, well, we did break some records on Sunday and Monday. I did.
Yeah, yesterday we were not breaking any records.
Unless
it was for dreary, dull, and boring and depressing.
Yesterday's max was 19.1 according to Environment Canada, so I'll double check that because that doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
But we did break some Sunday and Monday, 1945 and 1999. Those records are shattered and gone. Brand new ones. So let's look at our camera, which is brought to you by wirelesscom.ca. Oh, and it's different view. Once again, we're kind of into Sault, Michigan there. The looks of it, a little further zoomed in at the locks. So that is a nice shot for a change. The camera is shaking because, yes, it's windy.
It's the wind,
there. Oh, man, was it blowing last night? The gusts it was setting off alarms for us doing security. And, yeah, it was very busy. But we're going to see the winds continue for a little bit more. We're going to see cool weather move in. And I'll have all those details coming up, as well as the regional temperatures, because there's quite the different weather patterns going on throughout our region. I'll have all that coming up after the break. Make sure you stay tuned. We'll be right back.
For all those times.
Every 3 seconds, someone will develop Alzheimer's, a fatal disease that steals your memories and makes you forget the people you love most. Fortunately, there is hope. Today, researchers believe a cure is just a few years away.
It's okay, Daddy, you can go. Just go.
For just $9 a month, you can fund research for a cure and make history by ending this disease.
211, how can I help you?
Hi, I'm really worried about my sister. She doesn't leave her house much. She doesn't even come to our family things. I barely see her smile anymore.
Can you tell me a bit more about the situation?
I think her husband might be... I don't know. Whenever he's around, she's nervous, like she doesn't want to make a mistake.
Do you think that he might be hurting her?
I think so.
Okay, let's figure out how we can help your sister.
Aiden, get dressed. Buddy, no. Almost there. Lift your leg. Aiden, get dressed.
For someone with MS, living in a body that doesn't listen to you some days
Get dressed.
can be an act of greatness.
When it comes to peace of mind, think KC Security Services, a locally owned and operated security service. Voted the best security company in Sault Ste. Marie. We specialize in mobile patrols and alarm responses. At KC Security, we also offer stationary guard services for commercial and residential properties, events, and more. Available 24 hours per day, 365 days a year.
KC Security Services, where peace of mind is a matter of choice, your one-stop shop for all your security needs. Good morning and welcome back to First Local on your Wednesday morning. Thank you very much to wirelesscom.ca for sponsoring our camera there that you saw before the break, and thank you to KC Security for sponsoring the show. So let's say some good mornings on Facebook now that everything is going. Good morning to Juliana, Giselle, Margaret, Vano, Ineki and Nicole, thank you very much everybody for tuning in. We got quite a bit of people on there already, so that's good to see. So yes, we did see the temperatures drastically change. Now there was some fluctuation. It actually cooled down in the evening last night. Then it warmed up overnight when the winds moved in to about 10 degrees. Now the temperature is now going to drop once again, and then it's going to kind of stabilize a little bit finally. So the up and down is going to be done. So let's look at the radar. We do have a low pressure system that has moved its way over east now a little bit. Oh, disappeared there, but the radar is moving a bit. And as you can see, this system here has moved through. We do have another system that's above here, just above Thunder Bay area. Thunder Bay, you are seeing a lot of snow right now. You had about 15 centimeters overnight, and you will continue to see some snow throughout the day. And we will see another low pressure system moving into our region by Friday. So let's get into the details here. We are looking at 0 degrees in Thunder Bay as your high today, sticking around 1 and 2 in Wawa and Timmins. A little bit warmer in our area, 7 here in the Sault, 4 in Elliott Lake, 10 in Sudbury. Overnight, we will see temperatures range from -3 to -1 between Thunder Bay and Wawa, 1 in Timmins, 2 in the Sault here, and then -1 in Sudbury and Elliott Lake. What we're looking at right now, currently 4 degrees out there. We will see overcast conditions mostly throughout the day. Rain will end. Winds are going to continue to gust for now. They're going to gust to about 70 kilometers on and off. Then they will become southwest this afternoon and then turn to 25 kilometers west. Temperature, as I mentioned, has fallen. That will then stabilize. We will get up to about 7 degrees today. Overnight, we will see partly cloudy. Winds will be southwest once again, 30 kilometers, and then they will become light into the evening. It's going to be 2 degrees overnight. It's going to feel like 2 today with the wind chill, so do keep that in mind and start dressing warm again because it's not like the weekend. All right, Thursday though is looking all right. Mix of sun and cloud, a little bit of a breeze going on, but a high of 10 degrees and only a low of 4 on Thursday night. We do have a 60% chance rather of some showers on Thursday night, and that sets the tone for Friday. We're looking at 4 degrees, cloudy with a 60% chance of rain showers, maybe a flurry depending on your location. And then overnight we are going to see a 40% chance of flurries on Friday night with a low of 0. Saturday, we get a break from that. We are going to see sunny conditions with a few clouds. We're going to get up to 4, and then we will see on Saturday night a low of 2 degrees and maybe a chance of some flurries once again as that system moves back in for the weekend. And I will have on your 7-day coming up, there is some more rain and some wet snow conditions coming up later on next week as well. So that's coming up, as well as a snowy weather watcher photo, because I'm going to get everybody back in the mood for that. So much for that sun and those hot record-breaking temperatures, at least for now. So we will have more news coming up right after this break. Make sure you stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Game. What do you got to say to that?
I was arrested.
welcome back to First Local for November the 11th, Remembrance Day. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Colette is actually off today, but she will be back tomorrow. Also, make sure you go to our website, check out the Festival of Trees, the fundraiser for the Lung Health Foundation as well.
Yeah.
They got a raffle. There's some jewelry you can win from Savoy's Jewelers, and we'll have more info tomorrow. But there's actually going to be an online auction as well. So we'll have more info for you there. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Wireless Comp for those beautiful pictures each morning, and KC Securities for your title sponsorship of the 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. First Local. Okay, Sioux Line, your source for Sioux sports. We were talking about Lake Superior State just a second ago.
Yes.
Talking about them again, this time their hockey team. In the preseason media poll for their conference, which is the Western Collegiate Hockey Association, they have been picked to finish in 6th place out of the 10 teams. As far as the Michigan teams go, Northern Michigan is picked to be 4th, Michigan Tech in 5th, Lake Superior State in 6th, and once again, Minnesota State is picked by every media person as the team to win the championship again. So it looks like Minnesota State, as far as the preseason media poll goes, is 100% they're going to win it again. So we will find out more about that as they start playing, because they start playing on the 21st, so 10 days away.
10 days away, yeah.
Yeah, and that's when they start their first game. So we'll have more on that, obviously, when Lake Superior State hits the ice finally. Also, the Sioux High Blue Devils. Yesterday, the SAC all-conference players were announced. The player of the year was Jordan Hallier, who obviously plays for Sioux High School. She's a senior there, so congratulations. As well on the first team, she was joined by Brooke Baker and Hannah Bird, both of the Sioux High School Blue Devils. So congratulations to all three of you, especially to Jordan for being player of the year.
Yes.
And that was for volleyball.
All right, so Michigan State coach Tom Izzo has tested positive for COVID-19. He's been an advocate for wearing masks and social distancing, hoping to use his platform at Michigan State as a Basketball Hall of Fame coach to help slow the spread of COVID-19. Despite practicing what he preached, Izzo himself tested positive for the coronavirus on Monday. It was just the latest example of the challenges facing the college basketball to have a season during the pandemic. So he says, "It's going to be a headache," he told reporters on a Zoom call. "I tell my team every day how we handle adversity will determine who the champion is going to be, and that includes me."
Yeah, I mean, the NBA, they basically played everything in one spot.
That's right.
And you think of how many college basketball teams there are, even in just Division One, and trying to control COVID-19 as they travel around the country and do that.
Yep.
It's a nightmare. I mean, it's exponentially harder than what the NBA had to do.
The NBA was able
and the
to
NBA just said, we're all playing, let's go to Disney World, kids, and we're going to play there.
Yeah, let's just stay in Disney. Number 13, Wisconsin expects to return to play this Saturday at Michigan after canceling its last 2 games due to a COVID-19 outbreak on its team. "We feel confident that we have a handle on the situation and are excited to play this week at Michigan," Athletic Director Barry Alvarez said on Monday. "As we have done throughout, we will continue to monitor our testing results and base our decision on those results." So there we go.
And now, this is exciting. The Masters Golf Tournament starts this week. And we have a very interesting hole-in-one to show you here. It's Rahm. He's obviously a PGA Tour player. He skips the ball across the pond for a hole-in-one. So watch this. I've skipped the ball across a pond before, but I didn't end it in a hole-in-one.
It actually
watch
hits,
this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5. It hits the water 4 times, hits the green, rolls around to the back of the green, and now it's going to roll down and into the hole.
Was this just a joke shot?
Well, this is a preseason round.
Oh, okay.
A pre-tournament round. This is a practice round from yesterday. Yeah, they have another practice round again today.
Jeez, if you know how they can win a prize?
Is that like, wow.
Jeez.
Like, I guess he was just fooling around.
You can't even do that on a game, you know?
So anyways, that was quite the shot. So the Masters starts tomorrow, so you get some golf over the next 4 days. They have another practice round today. But we will have more coverage on the Masters for you as well. And Tiger Woods hosted his 5th Champions Dinner last night at the Masters as well. We'll be right back after the break with your 7-day forecast.
When you support the Restore, it helps Habitat for Humanity build affordable housing for families. How does this work? New and gently used goods are donated to the Restore. The sale of these goods generate funds for building homes. For every $1 spent at the Restore, there is a $4 return on investment within our community. For example, Habitat homeowners have better educational outlook, increased employment stability, improved health, and reduction in the use of social services. Every donation and every dollar we receive through the Restore helps build sustainable housing for future homeowners. Everyone needs a foundation to build a future. To find out more and how you can help, drop by the Restore at 32 White Oak Drive or go to habitatsioux.ca.
As a nation, Canada has participated in all of the major world conflicts. In the Sioux area alone, over 10,000 men and women have enlisted in the Canadian Armed Forces. The Veterans Commemorative Monument aims to cement the legacy of the Canadian Armed Forces in stone. It will highlight the bravery, strength, courage, and sacrifice of our servicemen and women. In times of need, they volunteered to serve us. Now it is our time to thank and recognize their sacrifice. You can help honor our men and women of service by donating today. To help construct this special, one-of-a-kind monument, visit thosewhoserve.ca to find out how to donate and more.
Wednesday morning. Welcome back to First Local just after 8:27. Thank you to KC Security and wirelesscom.ca, our sponsors. Now let's get right to the 7-day forecast. We've got to catch up here, so we'll kind of skim through this. You're going to see some rain on Friday, and then it's going to get rainy on Sunday, 8 degrees. Then we're going to see sleet move in on Monday, and that's going to continue on Wednesday. We will see overnight lows dip down below freezing by Monday night and stay below for a couple of nights, and then we will be back up to 2 degrees overnight on Wednesday. Now let's look at our weather watcher photo. Yes, this is a snowy one. I wanted to remind everybody that this is coming back. So this is sent in. This was another one from Bruce. Thank you very much. Please send in your photos to ontvweather@gmail.com. Include your name and location. We'll get them up on SiouxOnline.com as well as here on the show or the newscast. So there you go. Enjoy the snow.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah, welcome to Northern Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snow for 7 months of the year.
Yes.
6 weeks of summer. Okay, so we will be back on at 10:45 this morning, approximately, and that will be we'll be carrying the Remembrance Ceremony from downtown at Cenotaph. They're asking people not to go in person, so you can please just come watch it here. They're asking for no crowds, just the people involved in the ceremony. You'll see the laying of the wreaths and singing of In Flanders Field, and
yeah.
Just like if you were there. We have multiple cameras there, so I would encourage you to watch that starting at approximately 10:45 this morning. So you guys, everybody have a fantastic morning, and thank you very much for joining us this morning for our Remembrance Day show.
Take care, everybody, and have a great day.